What is going on, guys? Today I'm here with Lego Maestro asking him questions so you can find out about your favorite Hypixel newscaster. Lego, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Thank you. Very good. Thank you.
Good. Very good, huh? Nice.
If you're ready, I can ask some questions, unless you want.
I'm ready, dude.
All right. What's your favorite thing to do in your free time, Lego Maestro?
Favorite thing to do in my free time? I don't know. I really like watching a TV show. I think that's really fun. Like, I got Disney Plus recently, so that's been very exciting, watching Mandalorian with my parents or just watching Mystery Incorporated on Netflix. Those are some interesting answers, but yeah, that's kind of my hobbies these days.
What or who inspired you to become a YouTuber?
Well, a couple of things. Captain Sparkles is my biggest YouTube inspiration. He's like the guy that I watched growing up as a kid, and I really just love his stuff. So that's probably my biggest inspiration for YouTube. But as for Hypixel News, definitely Keem. You know, I watched Keem a lot more than I do now. I don't really watch him anymore, but back in the day, I was, a huge fan of his, and it gave me the inspiration to make Hypixel News.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
I actually, funny you should ask that. Yesterday, I made a list of the top 10 YouTubers that I personally watch and enjoy the most. And out of that 10, my all-time favorite is actually Sipover. He's like a documentary YouTuber. He covers stuff like, I don't know, how hacking started or glitches in Hypixel. It's very fascinating.
Yeah, those are becoming quite popular on YouTube these days.
They are. Yes, you're right about that. Evan MC Gaming just popped up. Now he's a huge documentary YouTuber.
He's my second favorite YouTuber right now.
Oh, wow. You'd really like Sipover. I don't know if you've seen him.
Well, I'll check him out.
Oh, definitely. It's so good.
You obviously kind of answered this question already. Many people compare you to Keemstar, and you recently rebranded Hypixel Alert into Hypixel News to separate yourself from Keem.
Right.
You said you were inspired by Keemstar, but do you ever get offended when people make the connection between the two? Are you okay with it?
I understand it, although I prefer not being called the Keem of Hypixel because Keemstar and I do things very differently. For one, he tries to start drama, whereas that's not my goal. But for him, starting drama means more views, but that's not my, that's not really how I do things. So along with that, he also, I don't know. I get more annoyed when people compare me to Keem because we do things very differently, but I get where they're coming from. I'm the closest thing they can compare me to, so it makes sense.
If you had to pick, which video of yours is your favorite?
Favorite video? I think it would actually be my current most popular, which is my Minecraft Monday is Canceled video on Keem. And in that video, there is so much work and effort. It's the closest thing to doing one of those Sipover, Evan MC Gaming, Zyphon documentary style videos. It had leaked info from James Charles. It had a leaked Keemstar video. It had so much, everything about that. I just really loved the way it turned out, and I'm super happy that it did as well as it did.
You usually play TNT Run in your videos, and would you consider this to be your favorite Minecraft Hypixel minigame?
Ironically, it's actually not my favorite game, but it is close. Right now, that's currently Skywars. It's so fun. It changes from probably every year. Before it was Bow Spleef and TNT Tag, then it became Blitz and Mega Walls for a while, and then solely Blitz, and now it's Skywars and TNT Run. So we'll see what happens next year. Maybe it'll be Skyblock. I don't know.
Yeah. My internet cut out midway through, so this is where I tell you to subscribe. Also, sorry, Maestro. I am so sorry about that. Again, I don't mean to waste your time. I'm so thankful for this.
Of course, dude.
Thank you so much.
I understand. Stuff happens.
Yeah, thank you so much. If you had the choice between two superpowers, being invisible or flying, which would you choose?
I've always wanted to fly, although in the past as a kid I would have answered invisibility because I always had the idea of going into a classroom and messing around with stuff during class and seeing everyone freak out and figure out what's going on. But as I grew up, I think flying would be a lot cooler, but I'd want to have a board underneath me so it looks like I'm surfing on air, like the Silver Surfer almost.
Nice.
So I can fly, but it looks like I'm actually air surfing. But yeah, that's my answer. I think that'd be so much fun.
That's a good answer. If you could join a Minecraft championship or the Dream SMP, which would you pick?
Well, both of those are huge opportunities, but I would have to say Dream SMP because anyone who gets into that instantly has a career built for themselves. It's not even hard after that point. you could have 0 subscribers and grow to probably 80,000 within a day just by joining it. So I think that's where I'd have to stand. You know, I could be doing the news on there and everything. It'd be phenomenal.
Well, that would be a good opportunity. The Dream SMP newscast.
Oh yes, I just need Dream's permission, and I'd do it.
Nice. What do you think is your biggest accomplishment?
Biggest accomplishment. Well, the one thing I did is I did get a silver play button, although I know that that's not anything crazy because a lot of people have that. So that's pretty cool, I'd say, YouTube-wise. Oh, I guess I would have to say playing with Captain Sparkles. That would be huge.
That's a pretty big one. Nice.
Yeah, I grew up watching him and rewatched his stuff. By far his biggest fan, and to have the opportunity to play with him, be in calls with him and stuff, it's mind-blowing. Like, I think I would have cried as a kid knowing that would ever happen to me in the future.
Yeah. Who would win in a Minecraft PvP battle? Simon from Hypixel or Time Dio?
You know, Dio, he would definitely win in that fight. No offense to Simon, but Dio's got the moves. I fought this guy. You do not want to fight Dio. He will mess you up in game. Yeah, he's nasty with those hits.
I mean, but if they're playing on Hypixel, Simon can fly you.
Well, you know, actually, I didn't think about that. I was just thinking flat up 1v1s. Actually, I take my answer back. I think Simon would win that, but not by normal means. He would go into creative mode, probably fling him up into the air, lightning him midway to the ground, and then kill him.
Yeah,
so actually, Simon would win. Yeah, exactly, dude. I think I'm going to change my answer on that.
But on fair terms, yeah, you're 100% right.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Dream has talked a lot on your channel, including topics like the $100,000 duel and the face reveal. Which video of Dream's is your favorite?
Well, personally, I don't think I have a favorite Dream video, but if I had to pick a series, it would most certainly be Manhunt, and that's because I really like the way that he makes it entertaining, and I'm fascinated with how he keeps people's attention for so long. It's like a very hard thing to do on YouTube, and for 40 minutes of having people so engaged, it's very fascinating, and he genuinely does a great job at it. The traps are always fun to see, and yeah, overall really good series, so I'd have to say that's the favorite.
I think about 10 million other people on the planet would also agree with you.
I think they would. I definitely think they would.
What's your biggest fear?
Biggest fear, huh? Well, you know, I actually don't like roaches that much. I'll be honest with you. I think it was just when I was a kid I had problems with them. I'm not really sure, but I don't have problems with any other bug. It's just roaches in specific. I just really am not a fan of. So if I had to pick an answer, that would be it.
Yeah. You know me, I only ask the most lighthearted questions.
Yes, of course.
What do you use to edit your videos? And do you edit your videos yourself?
I do. In fact, I had someone a while ago be like, oh, I bet Lego's never touched an editing software. But the truth is, I've rarely had an editor touch my videos. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's always me doing the editing on the videos, late nights or anything. It's always me doing the editing. And the reason is because I know that I can do it the fastest because I've known my content the most. I already know where I'm going to place the edits, what photos I need, and I already have it down to a science. So by the time that I explain to somebody what I would need them to do and how to edit it, I could have already edited half my video. So I think that I'm just going to edit my own stuff. So in the past, I had an editor for a little bit of time while I was in college and I really needed an editor, but I'm back to editing everything. And yeah, the odds are there's 6, 7, at most 10 videos on my channel that are edited by somebody else. That's about it. And yes, editing software, my bad. I use Movie Studio Platinum, but I say Sony Vegas because I really don't know the connection. Genuinely, they must be made by the same person because they are almost identical. Like they're both official. I think they're both made by Sony. I don't know why Sony Vegas is so much more popular than Movie Studio Platinum, but that's what I have, and they look literally identical. So I just tell people Sony Vegas.
Nice. Out of all your news stories, which has been your favorite to cover?
Ooh, that's tough. You know, I think covering the Dream and Technoblade duel was a lot of fun. I really enjoy talking about things that I'm interested in personally. So whenever those things collide, that's a lot of fun. Like Hypixel hitting new records, those are always fun stories to cover. I can't think of anything in specific that was my absolute favorite to cover. I'm sure I've had one in the past, but I didn't write it down, so it doesn't stick in my memory. But yeah, just things that I've been really interested to cover. Technoblade mostly is stuff that I like covering. Anything Techno does, I always enjoy that.
Your Dream and Technoblade $100,000 duel is actually how I discovered your channel. The video you made on that.
Hey,
About,
I'm happy to hear
about the
that.
rumors of the duel. That's how I
Oh
found your channel.
man, dude, that's awesome.
Which will happen first, Hightail or colonization on Mars?
Well, definitely colonization. I think by the time the Hightail comes out, there will be life on several different planets. We'll have, green air distributed on all the planets except for the ones that are uninhabited. But, at that point, we'll discover how to put life on all the planets because if Hightail came out, that means that we have all the time in the world. So, really, hopefully it comes out this year. But, it's been like, 3 years now since they released the trailer? I don't know when. At this point, Hightail's going to take longer than Cyberpunk did.
Oh,
Just crazy.
Let's hope it has more of a successful release, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Cyberpunk's had a lot of publicity online. Did it not do well?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, wow.
Not the greatest publicity, but publicity nonetheless.
Man. That's what happens when games take too long to release. The hype gets way too big or drawn out, and then when it finally comes out, people really expect the highest because they think if it takes this long to come out, then it has to be like tip-top quality.
You're describing Hypixel Dungeons.
Yes, and the guild update.
If you could go back in time, what's something you do or change?
Ooh. Boy, that's a really good question. I would definitely tell myself from the past to start reporting on Hypixel News a lot earlier. Actually, I don't know. I really did enjoy that Megawall stuff, but I probably would do it earlier because I could have a much bigger point on YouTube and how I could have started covering big stuff. And I also would have told myself to do Minecraft Manhunt before Dream did. That's one thing I would have done. I don't think there's any huge... Man, something I could go back and change, huh? I don't know.
That's a tough
That's
question.
a really tough question. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I tell myself to never lose my good sleep schedule. That's for sure. Definitely do that.
Is that a tell yourself, or is that like a full change?
I would tell myself and full change. I'd be like, slap myself back to reality and be like, look, dude, it's gonna get real bad. You got to fix it. Don't lose it.
If there's one place you could travel, where would you go?
Right now, that's tied between Japan and South Korea because I love anime and I've studied Japanese a lot. It's actually my minor in college, so I'm going to have that next semester. But I've also really gotten into K-pop recently and Korean stuff in general, so I have a huge interest in that. So to be honest, I'm almost torn down the middle with those two. I'd really love to see either of them, but yeah, tied.
Why'd you choose the name Lego Maestro?
Well, the Lego part of my name is the easiest to explain because as a kid growing up, Legos were my favorite thing in the world. I mean, I just played with them 24/7 any chance I had. Getting Legos for Christmas, birthday sets. I loved Legos with everything in me, and I knew when I was making a Minecraft name that I had to include Lego because it was just such a part of who I am. So Lego, I knew I had to have, and at first I tried to name myself the 4 characters from Ninjago, the 4 ninja, and I almost didn't want those names. I put them in to see if they were taken, and I was hoping they were because I wanted to have an original name, something that stood out. But either way, so I pretty much decided, well, I'm not going to do that. I'll just have something with Lego in it. And I was trying to figure out what the next part of my name should be, and my dad was like, what about Maestro? I'm like, Maestro? He's like, yeah, it's like a cool word. It means teacher and stuff. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll go with teacher. Why not? I mean, we'll see how it goes. And from there, I went with my dad on that, and Lego Maestro it was. Now I can't see the name being any different.
Yeah. How old were you when you created that?
12, I believe. Yeah,
Wow.
12.
And is that when you started YouTube?
No, I actually started a year after that, but I didn't really officially start. I uploaded a few videos to YouTube, but they were never anything to get publicity. They were more like, here's what's going on and what's fun, but they were never intended to really get a lot of viewers. So I think when I actually started really uploading on YouTube was 2014 or 2015.
What's the biggest challenge in becoming a famous YouTuber?
Definitely the perseverance. Above all, it takes the willingness to go beyond and do what has to be done. It's no walk in the park. there's the 2% of people, or less than that, 0.2% of people that get the free pass and get one random viral video that blows up and have a whole career off of it. But the majority of the time, it's nothing but perseverance. And even then, you know, those videos do take a lot of work for the people that get those viral things. But above all, it's really just sticking with it, because there's so many times when you want to give up, like so many that you're just like, I could be doing something else with my life. Like when most people are playing and having fun with their friends, you're editing a video, and those are the sacrifices you have to make. Like, and there's no guarantee that video may do bad. You know, you may not even have a platform, but you'll never have one if you don't make those sacrifices. It's a lot of stuff that goes with it. So definitely the hardest part is sticking with it.
You said your name. You really liked Lego as a kid, and that's how you found your name, Lego Maestro. So if you have one, which Lego set is your favorite?
I can't think of a set in particular that's my favorite, but I can think of a series. Lego Ninjago for sure, I think, would be my favorite. I love the show, and I love all the sets. I don't know. Those are so cool.
That's the Sensei Wu hat you wear in your videos?
Yes, absolutely, which is available on the Lunar Client shop under the partners section, 5th row down in the middle. And that is where you can find the hat. Yes, I think the Ninjago series is fantastic. I watched it as a kid, still watch it today, and it's fantastic. So definitely that series.
Do you have any advice for small YouTubers wanting to grow a larger audience?
Yeah, I think that I wasted a lot of time when I was doing YouTube. I mean, I enjoyed it, so I wouldn't take it back. But really, there's two ways that people approach YouTube. The one is doing it for fun, and you kind of upload what you want to upload and hope that it blows up online. And that's fine, but the odds are, unless you happen to stumble on something that people really want to see, that's probably not going to work out as a career. Like, I started out with Mega Walls, which is a minigame on Hypixel, and I was really good at it. I still am, and I had like videos on it and series on my channel, and that got me a few thousand viewers at most, but that's not anywhere near what you need for, you know, a career. Because in Mega Walls, in their community, I became a celebrity. If I went to a Mega Walls lobby, everybody knew who I was. But then if I went anywhere else on Hypixel, nobody knew, nobody cared. So in that community, I was big, but that was it. And I realized that I had to go bigger. So that's when I started Hypixel News. So as a small creator, I think the most important thing is to figure out content that people are going to want to watch. Like, what makes you stand apart? Because pretty much everything's already been done in some form or fashion. So you have to figure out what's going to make you stand out. Like, are you going to do something that no one's done? Or are you going to figure out something new? Like, for example, Hypixel News. At the time, no one was doing it. So I stepped in and filled that position. So I filled that niche. But like, you know, is there something like Hypixel News that's not done on the network that, you know, you could do? So you have to think of that. And of course, the main thing is, are people going to want to watch it? Are you amazing at Bed Wars? What's going to make your Bed Wars content stand out from Sammy Greens and Gamer Boy 80s, etc.? You have to figure those things out. If you know that, and you can make your videos just as good or better, then that's where you start on your platform. And if you have good thumbnails and editing and stuff, you'll have people come to you.
Who would you say is your biggest supporter or supporters?
Definitely my family. I think my family always supports me in what I do. They try to do everything they can to help me in my business and my career. And yeah, so I think they'd be my biggest supporters. They always help me, you know, clear the room if I need to record something or live stream. So it's really nice.
Is there any big projects you're currently working on that you'd like to disclose, or are they all secret?
Well, I am working on a gameplay channel that I've uploaded one video on it recently, and I plan to upload a lot more soon. In fact, I'm going to record one today and hopefully put that out tomorrow. But I plan on doing some stuff with that, and I think it could be really big. I've got a lot of ideas that can make that channel popular, so I'm really excited, and I think that people will love it.
If there's one thing you would like the viewers of this video to take away about you, what would you send them off with?
Well, for me, the main thing that I want everyone to know is that I am Christian. That's the thing that I try to spread above all else, because I try to be a light as Jesus was a light, and so I try to show that through my videos, my streams, anything I do. So I say, read your Bible. That's my takeaway.
Well, that concludes the interview. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to ask these questions. I'm really appreciative. It was such a blessing to be given this time with you. I'm very sorry about that internet stuff.
You're totally good. That happens. You know, nothing you can do about it. If I was Captain Sparkles and my internet went out because my sister was plugging in something, I'd be like, sis, do you know who I'm talking to?
But thank you so much for this opportunity.
Of course, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Well, guys, there we have it. I'd like to thank LEGO Maestro so much for taking the time to do this with me. It was so incredible to have this experience. Both of his channels are linked below, and I highly recommend you go subscribe to both of them. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see me interview more YouTubers, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down below. Thanks, guys. You have a great day.